definitely feels like opening day because I feel like Elmer Fudd this morning. I decided to go to a pre-hung set on some private ground. This is an area that I dissected quite a bit last year. We hung a stand in here. Got in a little bit later than I wanted to, but it's hot. It's really hot coming in. And on the top of the hill up here, I spooked some deer, so hopefully I didn't spook the deer that I was potentially going to see. Haven't seen anything yet, but got a couple hours in here. It does not feel like hunting season since it's so warm. It is October 2nd, but it is warm. And you could definitely tell it's the first hunt because the stand didn't have lifelines, didn't have a bow hook. I brought my mobile stuff in because I didn't know if we had it or not, and I'm glad I did because I would have been up a creek without a paddle real quick. But I brought my main camera, but I got the Lone Wolf Custom Gear pocket arm, and the strap is just stupid small. I forgot. I usually run just like a regular XOP tree stand strap. And this is a big tree, so if anything happens, I'm either going to film it with the main camera, or if I'm going to shoot it, we got head cam life coming at you. It's good to be back in a tree, but like I said, I definitely feel like Elmer Fudd this morning. He ended up coming in. They came right under the stand, a whole group of them, sparring, eating acorns. They had no idea I was here, not at all. He's a really nice buck, but I opted to pass just because I was looking at his body and he looked really small. He just wasn't the one. It was the first day, the first morning, so I opted to pass, but he was a sweet buck. He's got a sticker off his right side, and I feel like I know who he is. I just can't put a name to the face right now. We are very up close and personal. It's the afternoon hunt. This morning I didn't update as I left the tree, but I didn't see anything else. And it was getting hot. So we got down, and Hunter and I got some more trail cameras, moved to more of a fall spot, and more batteries. That way they last all season. We did that during the middle of the day. And then now we're back out hunting. We're both on the same property this evening. I'm actually in the exact same stand as I was this morning. And the thought process is the cows, I didn't think were over on this side. And the reason why I said I didn't think is because this morning it looked like there's no cows in here. And Hunter's over on the part that there's a section in there that splits it in half. It's hard to explain, but the cows were on the other side. And he walked in. I think cows were able to get over here. So like 4 of them came over, not very many. But this is a really good spot for the afternoon hunt because I'm expecting a lot of the deer to be moving into this bottom ground. It doesn't look as good as it did last year, but there is still some clover in here. But this morning we had bucks feeding right under the stand, feeding on acorns. So there's acorns on this ridge. So I'm hoping that's enough to pull the deer this way.
Well, guys, I didn't do a good job of wrapping up that hunt in the field, but that was a really solid buck encounter on like the first full day of hunting. And I drew back on that buck. My main goal was to kind of practice self-filming and everything, and I wanted to see how the GoPro footage would turn out, and I needed to shift the GoPro over a little bit more to have it look pretty cool. But it was great practice, and that was a really solid buck. Like I said, I was field judging him probably close to 150, probably right at 150 field judging him. And that's important because here in the next couple videos, you'll actually see that buck hit the dirt, not by myself or Hunter, so you'll have to stay tuned for that. Pretty sweet hunt, but I'm actually filming this like weeks in advance, so of when this actual hunt occurred. But yeah, pretty sweet hunt to get a buck that close. The next day I actually went out with Hunter. We went out to our home lease, and it's a new lease, and I got driven out of the field by mosquitoes, so didn't really have much to share of that. But stay tuned for more videos. Like I said, a buck has hit the dirt. And also make sure you check out, I know we put a video out, the last video was of the podcast Hunter and I did. I'm actually doing podcasts after every single hunt and every single day. And so each podcast discusses kind of how the day has gone and how the hunt went and what I'm doing and why we're doing it. So make sure you go check out the podcast. It's the Modern Hunter Podcast. I should have just named it Brunk Outdoors Podcast, but it's the Modern Hunter Podcast. Go check it out on all podcast platforms. Listen in. They're pretty short and sweet. They're pretty quick, but it lets you guys know kind of in the full process of, you know, what we're doing, what we see, and there's a lot of videos that don't make it out there. So yeah, with that, I'll wrap it up. Make sure you stay tuned for the next videos, like I said, and we'll see everybody in the next one. Thanks for watching. That buck was daylight walking, and he's really close. He's either on the property or just on the neighboring property.